A flawless sequence of moves, executed with perfect timing, not a single motion wasted. When the robber tried to fight back, the man didn't give him even a heartbeat's chance. In the blink of an eye, the thug was face down on the floor, completely subdued. A security video, reportedly from Brazil, has inspired viewers worldwide by capturing the moment a small woman bravely fought back against a motorcyclist attempting to steal her purse. The incident is used to emphasize the power of attitude and self-defense technique. While size and strength can influence the outcome of a fight, analysis shows that determination and skill are often the deciding factors, especially when facing predators who target those they perceive as weak. After stealing a bicycle, this man took off like a pro, hunched over, pedaling hard, and speeding down the street with full confidence, as if he were in a race. What he didn't know was that his finish line was just a few meters ahead. A group of police officers standing right in his path. Within seconds, he was off the bike and in handcuffs, his daring getaway ending in humiliating fashion.
Because I'm watching here. I'm in position. Shut up there.
Got him.
Ow!
Ow! Here's a free hand here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ow!
I'm gonna touch your face.
My hand, please. Ow, my hand. Okay.
Just get his one.
Okay. All right. Oh, ow.
There you go.
A tense and dramatic incident unfolded in the Pampulha region of Belo Horizonte, Brazil, during an attempted car robbery gone wrong. According to reports, a correctional police officer was sitting in his vehicle when two suspects suddenly approached and attempted to assault him. The officer immediately drew his firearm and opened fire in self-defense. It started as an ordinary day at the store, until a masked robber burst in, waving a gun and shouting for cash. The shop owner and her customers froze in fear. But she didn't panic. Calmly, she lifted her baby, carried the child to safety in the back room, and then came back. Her expression changed. This wasn't just about defending her store. It was about releasing every ounce of strength and frustration she'd been holding in. From long days running a business, sleepless nights caring for her child, and the endless chaos life throws her way. The robber had no idea what kind of storm he'd just awakened. At first, everything seemed normal inside the small store. The clerk stood behind the counter, the owner was on the right, and 3 customers wandered around. But what no one knew yet was that those customers were actually armed robbers. Moments later, the man in the striped shirt turned, pulled out a gun, and pointed it toward the counter. The clerk instantly ducked for cover, and that's when the shop owner's expression turned cold. Without hesitation, he stepped forward, eyes locked on the gunman, moving with calm precision. In a matter of seconds, he neutralized the threat with sharp, deliberate action. The other robbers didn't wait to see what happened next. They fled the scene, leaving their partner behind to face the consequences of picking the wrong target. A couple was quietly talking when a gunman approached and aimed his weapon at them, demanding their motorbike. The frightened couple tried to cooperate, hoping to avoid harm, but the robber showed no mercy. The young man was attacked, while his girlfriend could only watch in tears, powerless to stop the violence. As one suspect grabbed the motorbike, the others snatched their cash and phone, preparing to flee. But before they could escape, a police officer arrived just in time. Reacting with speed and precision, the officer neutralized one of the attackers, bringing the chaos to an abrupt end. The second suspect, however, managed to flee the scene and remains at large. A man stormed into a store, brandishing a gun and demanding money, confident that he was in control. But within seconds, the tables turned. The store owner, alert and composed, drew his own weapon and aimed it straight at the intruder. The air grew heavy as the two men locked eyes, a battle of nerve and will unfolding in silence. The owner stood firm, his calm presence slowly unraveling the robber's confidence. The tension stretched until finally, the gunman cracked under pressure, lowering his weapon and backing away. But the store owner wasn't done. He made sure the man left with more than fear in his heart. He walked out empty-handed and with a lesson he'd never forget. An extremely dangerous armed robbery was narrowly averted, thanks to the composure and discipline of a store owner who legally owned a firearm. Two armed men stormed into the store, waving their guns wildly. One rushed toward the back in a burst of aggression, while the other coolly looted the shelves, stuffing valuables into a backpack as if it were routine. But what they didn't expect was a man just as prepared, but far more controlled. The store owner drew his weapon, ready to defend himself and his customers, yet chose restraint over reaction. He had every right to fire, but he didn't. In that moment, he proved that true strength lies not only in power, but in the wisdom to control it. It started as an ordinary day at a busy phone store, customers browsing, staff assisting, everything calm and routine. Then chaos erupted. An armed robber stormed in, shouting threats and snatching up phones, cash, and anything else of value. For a brief moment, he thought he was in control. But luck wasn't on his side. Police officers arrived just in time, ending the robbery before anyone was hurt. A masked man stormed into a restaurant, pointing a gun at the female cashier and demanding cash. Terrified customers froze as he barked threats, thinking he had full control of the situation. But fate had other plans. Among the diners that night was an off-duty police couple. Without hesitation, they leapt into action, chasing the armed suspect down and bringing him to justice. A perfect combination of courage, skill, and partnership, both in duty
one of those
and in
things when
love.
we train not to, be in front of each other.
A terrifying scene erupted on a crowded city bus this evening. As the bus made a routine stop to pick up passengers, chaos struck. A man suddenly drew a knife and threatened the driver, demanding money. Panic filled the air as terrified passengers screamed and ducked for cover. But amid the fear, one passenger refused to freeze. A courageous woman sprang into action, charging forward and striking the attacker with her backpack. Her fearless move caught the man off guard, giving the driver just enough time to break free and regain control. Realizing his plan had failed, the attacker fled the bus and disappeared into the night. Though shaken, everyone on board was safe. All thanks to the quick thinking and bravery of one woman, now hailed as a true hero. This thief strolled into a convenience store wielding a knife, pretending to shop. After casually grabbing a few items, he marched up to the counter and waved the blade, demanding cash. But the quick-thinking cashier wasn't about to become a victim. In a flash, he dashed outside and activated the security door, locking the thief inside. Panic set in. The wannabe robber screamed, kicked, and begged to be let out. But it was too late. The trap had sprung, and justice was on its way.